Hello everybody, how we doing? Silver, hello, hope you're doing well. Good luck on your collection and farming. Beth, your video had no sound? It had sound for me. It had sound for me. Okay, you know what it was? It's because it played before the starting soon screen changed. So I'm gonna replay it for you. Because that should have had sound, unless you're just muted. Unless you're just muted. But also, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Silver. I made her especially to be cute, I think. Probably. You don't care about me? No, I heard it. I heard it. So I'm... Oh, right. You don't care that I heard it. I see. You're not muted. Okay, well, I'll play it again for you. Because what the fudge? Why'd it do that? Why'd it do that? Let's do it. Let's do it again for you, Beth. Okay, are you ready? You're gonna be so happy. Wait. Did that not play the sound? Did that do the sound? That did the sound, right? I think that did the sound. Please tell me it did the sound. Please tell me it did the sound. Anyway. It played your... Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. We're good then. We're good. We're good. Everything's good. We are gonna continue the main story because that's why I'm here. I'm here 8 minutes after the servers have come back online. Apparently I'm late. I wanna do the story. But how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing fantastically today. You give me your love. I dared not hope for such magnanimity. I did not hope for such of that. Must much expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Magnanimity. Nailed it. Just took me a few goes. It's fine. Magnanimity. I'm still gonna do it. After 3 times of failing words, time to move on. No, I can prove I can say it. Magnanimity. See? I'm an expert at saying magnanimity now. So I don't see the problem. You've been up for a bit, had a panic attack, cried, went to play random servers down, you're back in bed hiding from the world. Oh, I'm sorry, Beth. I hope you feel better soon. I hope things get better for you. That sucks. That sucks. I hope you get better. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation, but I think you'll be pleased with this reply. We have been granted an audience. I failed it thrice or no more, but I can say magnanimity fine now. Do I not get more attempts at saying magnanimity? If I say magnanimity 99 times, then it means I've said it correctly like 98% of the time, right? That's how that works? Magnanimity? So you start out, no. It's a percentage. It's a percentage rate. What's my success rate at saying magnanimity? Well, currently it's like, you know, 85% successful. If we can just say magnanimity a few more times this stream, we can bump those numbers up to like 99%, and then I'll be very happy. I'll have to say it 297 times before it gets to 99%. You just choose to ignore my percent rate. Well, you can choose to ignore the successful percentage rate of saying magnanimity, but I'm going to say it successfully another 276 times. So that way my success rate can be 99%. You're welcome. I said Alphino's name wrong. Whatever. Before the Sultan and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You've done much for us, Master Alphino. I really hope it's Alphino. I really hope it's Alphino and not like Alpha Now or Alpha Nord. I've never said Alpha Nord. It's Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. It's fine. If I say it 297 times. Look it up. No. It's funnier this way. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You'll be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable would be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. I feel like my mouth today is just a complete mess. Like, my mouth muscles are not wanting to make the shapes that I need them to speak properly. So, I feel a little weird talking. I don't know why. But I just feel incapable of formulating proper pronunciations and dialect required for my speech. I used a lot of big words because I can. Have I thought of just simply not doing that? Hey, 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 hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. You're an all-star. Catch a game. Anyway. Hi, Ralbun. A pleasure, Lieutenant Malay. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Oh my god, it's Nanamo. Nanamo? Is it Nanamo? I think it's Nanamo.
I, Yugiri of Doma, am honored to meet you at last.
She speaks.
To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer.
Oh my god, you're gonna present us with cake.
Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
She's gonna get rejected and it's gonna be so sad.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri.
Do I like snakes? They're pretty cool.
Although I myself
They're pretty
have
cool.
heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty.
But if you send them after me, then they'll immediately go into hibernation because it's winter here. So how would that work?
Alas,
got him.
Our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most...
I accidentally clicked.
How many do they number?
The most brutal fashion, that's what she said.
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however...
How many did she say?
I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow.
Did she say 200? More than 200 of them. 200 of them. 1,000? No, she said 200.
We do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers.
You're just deaf.
Until
Big rip.
our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
Agreed, agreed, agreed. Get that free workforce. I mean, hopefully not free, but you know.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
Of course he sees profit. It's labor. Unpaid, unskilled labor.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
Oh, voting time. Are the ARR gonna be accepted?
The law is the law.
ARR? Aura? ARR? What's the law here?
Lord Lolorito?
What's the law here?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees.
Let me guess, they have their own refugees that they can't take care of, so why would they accept others?
They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think.
Do we have proof of that?
Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
I mean, look, he makes a good point. But that sucks.
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Uldar. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse.
You said it, Nanamo.
I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo.
Oh, Nanamo playing favorites.
Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
This is getting tense.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril.
But again, like, there's more to wealth than just pure Gil. Like, you have assets and resources and workforce. You are being handed 200 plus free laborers to do your work. I mean, do they need it though? That's the question. Do they need more workers?
One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example
Teleji
for evidence of
Adeleji.
the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage hath fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
Okay, since when was his business at question here? Okay? Fudging objection, Your Honor. This is irrelevant. They have like a bunch of people in the streets who do anything. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, they still have the other refugees from Alamigo and stuff who they probably like and like out in the like outer areas and stuff. But objection, Your Honor. The dude's business relations have nothing to do with this. It's irrelevant. That's my objection as a law student.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
Exactly. Irrelevant, Your Honor.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
What, you're not going to do a show of hands? You just stay or leave? How many people are leaving? That guy, obviously. Is he the only one? Oh, there's another one. And a third and a fourth? Oh no, only 3 remain. They got outvoted. They got outvoted.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace. and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
Well, on to the next capital city. We're gonna do the same dance in Limsa, do it again in Gridania.
If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving.
Oh my god, is it his fault?
Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable.
Also, my ears are getting fudging hot
Accept
again.
my sincerest apologies.
So I'm taking my headphones off because I don't want my ears to overheat for reasons I do not understand.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Well, that's that, I guess. Uldar? Yes, Uldar has turned them away. Ooh, what dye do I want? I can't check what I have. I don't think I have enough brown dye. We'll grab the brown dye. I could have gone with brown or yellow. Oh wait, this is orange. So that's even better because they're two completely different colors. Apparently. As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will not waste more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. What are we going to do there? Let's go to the Hall of Flames. Yeah, look, I know this, but you know what? Until that moment, it's fine. That is a later problem. That is a later problem. We do not worry about such things now. Retainers. I have retainers, but they're also running low on space. It's fine. We do not worry about these things now. We worry about them later. They are later problems. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitarists have made their position clear. Don't worry about it. It's filled with a bunch of useless crafting ingredients that I probably will never use. Don't worry about it. Agreed, Uldar is not an option. Nor Limsa Laminsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. My dude, you are literally moving the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to Mordona. Why can't we move them to Mordona? Valid, Sylv, valid. Minfilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. Broccoli is doing God's work. It's so true. Broccoli has all of the fudging. I've made broccoli, I'll have you know, Beth. I've made broccoli hold all of my ingredients, reagents, fish, and meals. I don't know why she's holding so many meals. I could be eating them. I should be eating them. You know what? After this cutscene, I'm going to go back to broccoli. I'm going to take all the meals out of broccoli's inventory. And I'm going to hold them on my person so I actually eat them and get that 3% experience gain. It's so small, but it adds up. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time, a week mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. See, this is what I'm saying. Just go there. Like most outposts, outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labour, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself propose, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Uldar, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Fudge, yeah, send all the ARR to Revenant's Toll. Ah, fudge. Master Alphino, I once again find myself in your debt. Ah, fudge. Fudge. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Uldan Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there and on, memeally. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. I accidentally, click my fudging mouse button randomly sometimes. And I just did it twice in a row, which, gotta love that. Okay, and are we going all the way? Okay, no, we're going to the inn. That's cool. I can go to the inn. Which also... Oh, no, I can't call... Oh, I can call Broccoli from the inn. But, should I? I should. We're going to call Broccoli from the inn. And we're going to take all of the meals out of her fudging inventory. I'm also going to eat this stew. And I'm going to put the meals down here, actually. Okay, Broccoli, listen up. We need food and we need it now. Oh my god. Okay, look at all this food I have. We've got so much food that is just completely unnecessary, which we can eat, and it's gonna keep us stocked up on. I didn't realize dried plums were a food. Stocked up on XP buffs, and it'll be a fantastic time. So we never need to worry about it ever again. Thank you, Broccoli, for your service. Now my inventory is full of meals, which I have no excuse not to eat. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momedy has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they're ready to set out for Mordona. Eat your dried plums. I don't want to eat my dried plums. I want to eat the smaller stacks first so I can free up inventory space, and I think I have the most dried plums, so that's one of the last ones to go. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Thank you, Momedy. You're a good innkeeper. Innkeep. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Screw you and your mandate. Where a smaller number mayhap it will go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. Oh my god, are you going to do a good business thing? And by good business thing, I mean a financially horrible business decision that will see your stockholders shame you for spending their money? That was probably a little too real. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well, we should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Uldar, Lady Yugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. I love how Momedy has to stand on something to get over her own counter. That's so funny to me. It sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? Bonero! Hello, Wee Wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Lock as well, hello, Wee Wee, how are we doing? How are things, the both of you? How's life? What's happening? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you after you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? You're super jet-lagged. Did you just arrive? Did you just arrive in Canada? Did you just arrive in Canada? Woke up an hour ago at 5 a.m. Oof. That's so late. That's so late. US for vacation. Ah, nice. I hope you enjoy your vacation. Really good nervous waiting to see if you get into uni. Fair. I can understand that, Boner. I believe. Good luck again. I believe in you. All East Coast. North, South, East. No, I'm kidding. I know where the East Coast is. I know where the East Coast is. It's okay. But I hope you enjoy your vacation. I read that before. Okay, what do I want to grab? Fending, slaying, or aiming? Let's go with filleting. That says slaying, but it's hush now. Hush. Shh. Okay, I'm wearing the best stuff. Cool. You have to do that every time you see the words East and West. So valid, though. So valid. I never have that problem unless I'm thinking about the fudging US. I will always, for no reason whatsoever, I will go which side of the US is East Coast and which side is West Coast. And I will only do it for the US. Any other situation, any other context, I know my East and Wests. The fudging US, I'm like, fudge, man, which is which? Is Florida the one on the East Coast and is California on the West Coast? Like, fudge if I know. His mission test was freaking hard. You did okay. Just hope it wasn't the only one who struggled. You definitely wouldn't be the only one who struggled in it. There'd be so many people who did struggle. It's just about whether you, like, got enough to get past that, like, acceptance rate. And I believe you did. I believe in you. But you wouldn't be the only one who struggled. Absolutely not. They're specifically made to be hard so they can separate the people who are like really good from the okay and stuff. So like it's gonna be difficult no matter what, right? You hate flights, and that's a long flight, isn't it? To get to the US. I feel you, but you're done. The flight's over now. You can enjoy your vacation. Wait, you'd probably have to fly from state to state. Yeah, get some sleep if you can. But also, you did say you just woke up like an hour ago, so you're driving. Then you're free. No flying. You're good. You're good. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Uldar. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. 45 hours, a light nap. 8 hours of sleep while jet lagged is not bad. That's pretty good. 8 hours of sleep is good anyway, but especially while jet lagged. Meanwhile, I'd have you return to Vesper Bay, fudge you, and facilitate the process to tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs to be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. I don't want to go to fudging Vesper Bay for the upteenth time. That is the wrong button. You expecting to wake up in time for my normal stream time? I mean, to be fair, I am 2 hours late because the servers were down for maintenance and I didn't know what else to do. So I spent some time with my family and I was like, you know what? This is good. I'll do a late stream tonight. Fudging, spend time with my family beforehand and then stream when servers go online. So that's what we did. That's what we're doing. Hozan! Greetings. Alphano informed me that a sign will be arriving to help with the preparations. I'm honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. That's fine. I'm here to help. I knew from a glance what manner of woman you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given to my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. My ears are still really fudging hot, and I took my headphones off and everything. Oh my god, I hate this. It's torture. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yozan. He can tell you more. You also hadn't eaten in 28 hours. Oh no. Tell me you've eaten now, Locke. Tell me you've eaten now. Please. Pray tell. Good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozan, son of Hozan. Will you be coming with us to Uldar? I hear we're traveling by horsebird drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help though. We were just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still in hiding. Since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. I have to find some fudging children? Oh, I was gonna say, you're not the hiding child, are you? Part of you was not liking food on planes, but also air sickness. That's so valid though. I get it. That's fair. That's an understandable reason to not eat. Aha! Hey, you're not Yozan. Who are you? I'm Koharu. Meemily Mealy, eh? Didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You're one of those, stallions, aren't you? Of the flight. Yeah, I got what you meant. No, Scions. Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice meeting you. Planes are mid. Actually, planes are high. I found another hiding child. The giant quest marker gave them away. I think I'm funny. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. How'd you find me? Bah, guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Oh, fudge, man. That's sad to hear. The Garleans didn't find me. Reminding us all about how their fudging life was taken or something. I don't know. Are they inside? I don't want to play hide and seek with the kids. You think they're fine if it's a less than 2-hour flight? Fair enough. I mean, everyone has their, like, tolerances. You love bad jokes. They're good because they're bad. Right? I agree. Are you playing? No fair. Yozan didn't say anything about adults. I'm literally smaller than you, kid. Huh? We get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary, but if Yozan says it's safe, I'll go. 3 hour into a 13 hour is not good at all. I mean, at least you had a slightly short-ish 3-hour flight in there, but that's still more than 2 hours, so it didn't help either way. But again, you're done now, Locke. They're done now. Hooray, you can explore the East Coast for free. Well, not for free, but like free of flying. You know what I mean. Wonderful, all the children are counted. Hide and seek. Ah, I see that you were curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought it best the children knew what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. That is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Despacito. Okay. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Homie? Oh, Homie. Marge Simpson impression is so bad. We'll be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Uldar is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it will give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Bum, 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 bum. I actually want to check. Do I have casting and fending? I have casting and fending necklaces. So I want to get slaying or aiming. I'm making sure I like have different things of everything. Casting, maiming, slaying. Because I don't want to double up unnecessarily. We'll grab aiming next, because I don't think I've picked up aiming. Oh my god, I haven't had EOS out this whole time. EOS, I don't know. Eager to be off, are you? Aye, well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the Blade says we might have a problem. Of course there's a problem. There's always a fudging problem. There's always a problem. A fierce-looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on them, of course, but it don't pray to gamble in this business. Now, I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot here's another story, so I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around to make sure the area is safe-like. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way is clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blades tell me the road there is safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own, assuming the self-same guys don't try to rob us, that is. Okay, I'm gonna swap to a warrior. I accidentally just used my fudging thing. Vroom vroom, friends. I'm on a mount and I'm flying through the sky and it's super, super cool. I can't tell you why. Don't tell me I can't go over this fudging mountain. God dang it. Dang it all, I have to go around. Your mount can fly no higher nonsense. Anyway. Any hoozle. You feel an eye upon you. Oh my god, it's a wandering eye. I should have used my F to build up damage. It would make sense. Is that it? Are we done? No, there's another dangerous beastie probably. Oh, I love how they're like, survey the road for dangerous beasts, and there are like all these enemies all over the place, but they don't count. You should have breakfast. You should have breakfast. See you, Locke. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you enjoy your American holiday. And go eat. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Haha. Ha ha ha, XD. Well fought, madam, well fought. Ah, if only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pray my son no mind, he forgets his responsibility to preclude acts of daring do. He's gonna fall. Oh. Why are you balancing like that on a box? It's not a tight rope. It's huge. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Yugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. That is so sad. Whoops. Don't worry, it's fine. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Did someone just fall over? Hey, Miss Mimley, Kahara and I want to know why you became an adventurer. Oh no, kids, don't follow my example, you'll die. To go wither the wild rose blooms. So you like roses? I think oh, he got pushed over. I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in a lot of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, Miss Mimley. I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? It's a stone's throw from Imperial Castrum. It's bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. You mean there are lots of people there who are as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait. Nailed it. I've passed the quiz. Enough, Kahara. It's my turn again. Miss Mimley, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Eat your veggies. Seek out new experiences and adventures. Fight ferocious beasts. Train every day. Or buy weapons and armor from arena. Train every day. Train every day. every day training, lots of training. Eat your veggies wasn't on the list, so... Aha, so my father was right. How do you do it then? Come on, tell me, and don't leave anything out. Alright. That's enough questions for Miss Mimily. But Dad, he got to ask more than me. Yeah, that's not fair. Why does he get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? You gonna go work out real quick? Sure thing, Bono. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Catch you later, just in case. Just in case. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Miss Mimily. I won't forget it. He's gonna die. I'm calling it. We're gonna watch Yozan die in like 2 X-Packs time. I'm calling it right now. I'm going on to be an adventurer too. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Miss Mimily and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like Miss Mimily and Lady Yugiri. Why is that more of a tongue twister than it has any right to be? We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Apparently I will be. Great. Lovely. Yawn. Just needed a stretch. I've been like sitting down all day from uni. Oh, we barely traveled that far at all. Well, that stinks. I'm over here assuming we'll have been traveling all the way to freaking Revenant's Toll. We were just going to Uldar because that's where they're staying. I knew that. I knew that. Hello, Alphino. Mimily, I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Now go back and do it again 4 more times. Is there all else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. Okay, let's grab the aiming one. Bam, 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 bam. It is past time Lady Yugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Sorry, that was my microphone. Speak first with Slathborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Mimily. Bam, 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 bam. Speak with Slathborn and Revenant's Toll. I'm just gonna fast travel there. Travel with them? Pfft, no. Why would I travel with them when I can just fast travel? When I can just fast travel? Oh my god. Just the thought of seeing like a canonical fudging... I have to get by you first for the Aetherite. Okay. Just the thought of seeing a canonical Paladin Lalafell is or not Paladin, but like Gladiator Lalafell is hilarious to me. Because like, of course there would be, but like, they're so tiny. How are they meant to defend anyone? And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the toll. Now, pay the toll. But anyway. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they're willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slathborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slathborn. How dare you call me Slathborn? May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. Seven hells, Mimily, why are you wasting time with me? See them to the Rising Stones. I don't even think I've been to the Rising Stones, to be honest. Where the fudge is the Rising Stone? Oh. Oh, no, wait. This isn't... Okay. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. Is this the Rising Stones? This looks like the Rising Stones. I've been inside here already. Oh yeah, of course I have. I was here the last time, that's right. Hello, Minfilia. I brought us guests. 'Tis no use. Oh, woe is me, 'tis no use, for ye cannot see. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldesian continue to meet with failure. Urianga has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fared the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview, but be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it is... oh my god, not when it is within our power to help them. Lady Yugiri is here. Please, show her in. I would very much like to meet her. You show her in and she stabs you. She was an assassin the whole time. So anyway, when are we getting the Lady Yugiri face reveal? We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. Big Red Candle, hello, Wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing great, Yugiri-san. Everyone seems to love Yugiri, and I'm over here like she's an aura, and that's all I know. In the event that Revenant's Hall could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slaffborn. Lady Yugiri, Mimily. Just hoping to continue some Heavensward. Nice, nice. I hope you enjoy. I love how it's like big patch day for Endwalker endgame content and we're over here like main story quests. Like, a Realm Reborn and Heavensward. Lamin and I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Dome and friends feel at home upon their arrival. Sprout Life is rough? No, Sprout Life is great. I'm having a great time. Though I must admit I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Justola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon your arrival. Her arrival. Arrival. Hi, Stola. Funky, hello. We help.
Caught anything slippery?
How are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. You're enjoying Heavensward. It's only going to get better with each X pack. I know. I keep hearing that, and I'm like, I'm enjoying a Realm Reborn, and everyone says a Realm Reborn is a slog and is the worst content, and I'm over here like neck deep. I'm deep in it. I can't get out. I'm being sucked in. Haven't even finished a Realm Reborn. What is this? I will keep repeating that. I say that every time, but I will keep saying it.
Aye, our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
How you doing, Funky? How you enjoying patch day? I stuffed up my words.
The plot thickens.
The thick plottins.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet, which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual. Summoning a Ifrit with such crystals as they have hoarded?
Yes, I do need to do that Ifrit quest again. Every expat would have its charm. I get it. I get that.
Urianger too reports not out of the ordinary.
Is it Urianger? Is it Urianger? Has it been Urianger this whole time? Or is it Urianger? Oh my god, I've been saying Urianger.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
Please do, pray tell.
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja.
Not a lot for you in this patch. Fair enough, fair enough. But I'm glad you're doing well.
Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late.
I mean, I know I've been saying Urianger. I know I've been saying it wrong now.
Oh gods. They mean to summon Leviathan?
Who's Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas.
We're only one of the best summons in Final Fantasy history. You love Leviathan. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Some words are said differently by a lot. True. Like I swear there was a VA who said Alphino, but this entire time I'm being told constantly that you're saying Alphino wrong. And I'm like, I swear they've been calling him Alphino.
But there is more.
Unless they were referring to a different pronunciation.
An elder, by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
You good, Minfilia? Oh, I'm not good. Oh no. Are we sharing a vision? Oh my god, twinsies.
Such a
Understandable, Funky.
disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective.
I'd assume that that's probably the case for a lot of voice actors in a lot of situations, especially like these sorts of ones where you don't actually need to say your lines together. So, like, I'm not surprised.
And there is the explanation.
Some of the VAs finally met each other, but I can't tell you much because spoilers. Yes, no spoilers. No spoilers. But that must be so cool knowing that you worked on a project with other voice actors who your characters interacted with, but you've never met them, and then finally meeting them.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Oh my god, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion in my Final Fantasy game.
Whence
Some cute
comes
stories,
this
nice.
immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
Oh no, you've been spotted. We've been spotted, go loud! Pew pew! I don't know.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
Yeah, we just shared a vision, don't worry about it.
You shared that vision, did you not?
Mm-hmm.
Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this.
Oh my god, we shared a vision, we're basically married now.
But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa.
Go on to Limsa, I guess.
I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
Yay, Tataru!
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
Is there a problem, Thancred? You want to talk trash about Tataru? Tataru? How would you pronounce her name?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with my own eyes.
The issue isn't with her, it's with Minfilia going on this journey. Whoops.
The true nature of the Echo.
Yeah, Thancred better watch his fudging mouth. Like...
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
No! There's a very, very potential, like, primal summoning here that you might be, like, what's the word? Made to pray for them because you'll be mind controlled because you're susceptible to that. So, like, no, you're not coming with, you know?
Your
Enthralled. I forget the
welcome,
word.
Thancred.
The one starting with, like, T or tempered. That's the one.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Correct.
Aye, a primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Yugiri. We'll give you the Spark Notes version when we come back.
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land.
Oh, we'll give it now.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war.
Hello?
In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
That would be cool, but like we don't want you getting tempered either.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies.
I guess we're just forgetting that being tempered is... We're just forgetting that tempering exists. Like, oh, what's this tempering? Oh no, that's irrelevant. That doesn't exist anymore. Don't worry about it.
If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
I'm still waiting on the Yugiri face reveal. Bum 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 bum. Do I have the necklace of casting already? I do, but I don't have a necklace of healing, so I'm gonna grab that next. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that the eventuality inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts toward achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Awesome. You know what I am gonna do? Just because... is I'm gonna want to group up for the Ifrit. I need to actually select it. I'm not gonna find fudging half an hour waiting time. Okay. yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. Yeah, okay. Never mind. You lost your keybinds? No. Oh no, Funky. Oh no. Oh no! That is the worst. Can we have a big fat F in chat? That's why I tried to relog. Oh, I did see you like log in, then log out, then log in again, and I was like, wonder what that's about. How are you supposed to play now? You gotta rebind everything, clearly. Everything needs to be rebound. Rebind everything. That's the only... That's it. That's... You gotta rebind the whole lot of them. The full play session of just remaking the keybinds. I mean, what better day to do that than patch day, am I right? You are expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. Yeah, no fun, just keybinds. Oh no, rip Funky. Big rip. Big F in chat for Funky. Welcome, friends. I take it Y'shtola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thunderland to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavour. But if, gods forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I'd rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Why is settled italicized? Meanwhile, Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith. That was fudging quick. Oh no. Make your way there forthwith, as you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falcon Ranger have the charge of the garrison. That was fudging. Half an hour waiting time, they said. Half an hour waiting time, they said. Half an hour waiting time, they said. You have a plan? I hope it works. I hope it works as well, Funky. I hope that you can, like, access some, like, backups or something. I don't know. Don't tell me I'm waiting on a DPS who's not going to ready up. Oh my god, we did it. Light party, but there are 8 of us. Full party. Okay, there it is. I was like, hold on a second. Oh my god, big scary Ifrit return. The question is, how hard is this gonna be? Come to me, Ifrit. Oh my god. That is such an annoying attack though, honestly. Succumb to the Inferno. How about Inferno? Got him. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Welcome back, Bono. How was your exercise? Is this a raid? It is a trial. There's one big boss dude, and we're taking him out. Uh-oh. Oh, did we already destroy that, like, super quickly? Just did some push-ups. Nice, nice, nice. I hope it went well. Oh my god. Oh. Oh shoot. I did not realize what we had to do there, and I just sort of stood there and took a big amount of damage. And we did it. Face tagging. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I did. Scarlet Pandaroo. Oh my god, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How you doing? How is Overwatch? I'm greeting that. And I'm needing that. Wait. I got it anyway. Some pathetic person rated? No. Hush now. Hush now. Hush now. How you doing, Scarlet? It's been ages. How are things? Ooh. Put your clothes on. That looks like a really fudging cool thaumaturge weapon. Oh my god, I love that. And then we have this, which is an eye level 60, so I should not give it to this one because that's still 95. It's only been 6 months, maybe. Just maybe. Just maybe. I don't know. I'm doing great. I'm having a great time. Raiders Pog. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, if you don't know me, because I clearly don't realize what to do with a raid, I'm Ajani. I play a variety of games, except variety apparently just means Final Fantasy XIV for the last 2 weeks because I'm obsessed. What? How we doing? Also, the proper shout out button. That one there. There we go. Follow this person. Anyway. What do I want to give my super cool weapon to? Because, like, clearly I'm not going to give it to my Black Mage because they've just picked up a fudging really cool weapon, so they don't need it. Maybe I give it to my... What does my Summoner have? It's high level 49. I could give it to my Summoner. Maybe I should do that. I'll give it to my Summoner. That makes sense. Don't follow them, they sus. You can confirm they sus. Why you gotta be like this? Ooh, also, that just looks like a super cool book. So, like, why not? You know, why the fiddly sticklies, notly pottily? Potter? Is this multiplayer? Yes, this is the fudging, what's it called? Final Fantasy XIV online MMO. Critically acclaimed base game, Realm Reborn and Heavensward expansions, free to play up to level 60, insert meme here. Wow, well, wait, what? 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 I'm so confused. What do you mean, wow, all this? Oh, this is not wow. This is not wow at all. This is better than wow. What? Oh, which one do I prefer? Oh, see, I didn't pick up on that at all. Look, I like both of them for different reasons, but I think I'm preferring this game for now. I mean, the difficulty is I've played all of World of Warcraft's like content in terms of like I've done all the expansions storyline, and I did a lot of raiding and dungeons and stuff back when Shadowlands was current content. I did a lot of that with the guild and everything, and I enjoyed it. I haven't quite gotten to that in this game yet, so it's hard for me to really make a judgment call on that because I haven't really gotten into this game too much. But the story is phenomenal. Phenomenal. They removed too many WoWs from WoW. It's so true. They removed too many things from WoW. It's like if you're not there during that current expansion, it's gone. You'll never get it. And that sucks because I do that every single fudging patch. This game doesn't, as far as I'm aware, which is very nice. And the story is so good too. Limited time stuff like really makes my FOMO act up. It's not good. It's not good. And that's why they do it too, and I know that. So, I have a real hatred for FOMO marketing because it is predatory as all fudge and it should not be allowed. Hot take, probably not a hot take at all because I'm pretty sure everyone agrees with me. FOMO marketing should be illegal. Straight up. You're not providing a product because you genuinely have a low supply and you're never going to make it again. You are creating a... what's the word for something that's fake? You're creating a... Brain, please. I'm trying to be smart. Don't do this to me. Gambling video games should be illegal. That should be a good place to start. Okay. Look, there are a lot of things that should be illegal. Placebo? No, I'm trying to think of like when they've created a scarcity, but the scarcity isn't actually a scarcity. It's like the illusion of a scarcity. It's a fake. They've created a... I want to say it's not digital. I mean, it is digital. It's a perception. It's false market. No, there's a term for it and I can't think of it and it's bugging me so much. But essentially the point is they have created a fake scarcity. It is not actually fake. They've just created this high demand for something that's in low supply, so they can get people to buy their stuff before they miss out. But there's no actual reason to do that other than they just want as many people to buy the thing, even though it might not actually be good. They just want people to buy it because otherwise they'll never be able to get it again. And that should not be illegal because there's no actual real fudging reason for it to be limited supply at all, because it's not a real product. It is a digital commodity that is not in any way, shape or form limited by the amount of sales they could reasonably make and distribute within a time period. Scarcity. Artificial scarcity. That is exactly what I was thinking of. Thank you, Scarlet. That is exactly it. Artificial scarcity. Puff. I have many words to say about a many great deal of things. But yes, exactly that. Fudge artificial scarcity. It's so dumb. I've been expecting your sign of the 7th Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we'll prevent Leviathan's return. Give me the one of healing, thank you. I didn't need it, but I'll take it anyway. Armory chest. I can't do that. But you have Destiny 2. See, the thing is as well is that I really want to get into a lot of games. Like, Destiny, I've like tried to get into it like several times. I'll probably try to get into it again. But not because of the stuff I want, but because I genuinely like the gameplay. Like, pew pew shooty fun. It's literally an MMO shooter, and I love that. The problem with it is that when I do try to get into it, I have all this stuff shoved down my throat about if you don't do this in time, if you don't be quick, if you don't do the things the right way, then you're never going to get these things and you're never going to be set for endgame and you're going to miss out on all this stuff. So I can't just enjoy the game and go at my own pace without feeling like I'm going to miss out or I'm going to do everything wrong or I'm going to waste my like currencies or whatever because of how they present it all to you. And it made me really not enjoy Destiny, even though all I was doing was playing the storyline, because that's all I was interested in at the time. That's something that I don't feel with Final Fantasy because they don't time gate anything. They don't take anything away. They don't do any of that. Isn't Destiny becoming pay to win? Look, that's a whole other issue. I don't know too much. You're too scared to play WoW again because addiction. You're scared to miss out on stuff. That's valid. That's so valid. And Destiny, you can't even play any of the story. You're so right. They removed all the fudging. They've removed the first 4 expansions now, or the main game in the first 3 expansions, and it fudging sucks. You put thousands of hours into Destiny 1 and hundreds into Destiny 2, then some stupid decisions based on greed pushed you away. Yep. Funky Fudge, yes. How did you fix it? How'd you do it? How'd you do it, Funky? The vaulting of content you paid for was a bit... Literally, I had that same enjoyment. Not enjoyment, that same argument. It's like, I paid for this stuff. When they vaulted the content, at the time they vaulted the content, I had paid for the base game of Destiny 2 because you had to pay for that at the time. I had paid for the first 3 expansions, and by the time they vaulted it, I was no different to them than a free-to-play player who just downloaded the game last week. Because everything I owned in Destiny, all the stuff I actually paid for, was the exact same stuff that a free-to-play player could get from logging in for their first time. There was no compensation. There was no fudging. There was nothing. That was it. And it was like, what the actual hell? I was considered a free-to-play player for all intents and purposes. Except I spent $100 on the game. Plus, $100 plus. I don't know. This is rant night tonight. You think you're real big brained? Just wish I had some way of seeing what character was in the folders. Oh, see, Funky, what I do, and this might help you, put a little notepad in, or like a text file, and name the text file what your character is once you work it out. It's like what I did was, I mean, it might be hard for you to do it now because you've got too many characters and stuff. But what I did when I first created my characters, because I knew this was going to be a problem I'd have, is I made a little text file in each one, and I named my character whichever folder it is. So now I know exactly which folders for which characters. You stop too many battle passes, can't go back and play the story of. I know, I hate battle passes that are like, I just hate battle passes. Like, some games do it well, where the battle pass sticks around even after the season is over, and you can choose to complete the battle pass of previous seasons. That's good. That is peak game design. Why aren't more games doing that? Battle passes still being present that you can work on once the season's over. Like, hello? Why don't they make it so you can choose if you want that content download so it doesn't take up the space? Fudging true. Cough, cough, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I never played Warzone, but if I wanted to play the campaign mode, I needed 100 fudging gigabytes of space dedicated to Warzone. Like, it's nonsense. People complain when they're with Activision, but it's worse after their independence. But Blizzard, oh look, it's all bad. It's all bad. You need all your character folders logging in your main that has the keybinds, and then those are the N2 folders so you can copy settings for your main. Fudge, yeah. Nice, Funky, good work. Big brain, big brain, big Blaine? Big Blaine? Big brain. You mind battle pass on a free game because it doesn't make money? Yeah, like, I agree with that, right? You has Big Blaine. No, I understand battle passes on free-to-play games, and that's how they make money, sure. But I still don't agree with the FOMO tactics. Like, even Fortnite, I think, has really reasonable monetization. They don't have any loot boxes. You can buy what skins you want. Like, etc, etc, etc. The only issue I have is that the entirety of it is FOMO-based. You can't access old battle passes. Skins rotate in and out of the store, so if you find a skin, you have to get it that day, otherwise you might never see it again. It's toxic as all hell. And it really shouldn't be allowed. If something's in the fudging store, you should just let people buy it whenever the fudge they want. Show all of the items, for all I care. I don't care if you have like 15,000 different shop purchases. Have them sortable, have them filterable. Don't have them rotating because of this idea of artificial scarcity, especially when one person might have it and buy it, and then the other person misses out and they might really want that skin and be looking for it for the next fudging 6 months and never find it. But in the meanwhile, they're buying all this other stuff in the store because they keep checking the store and they keep seeing all this other cool stuff they want. Like, stop that. It's so bad. You don't do FOMO games anymore? Cough, WoW retail. Yeah, look. As I said this last stream, the only reason I'd go back to WoW is to play with my guildmates and stuff. Because the FOMO is just not good. It's just not good. Halo Infinite a lot of flack, but I keep every pass around permanently. That was the one I was thinking of. I couldn't remember it, but yes, the fact that they keep all the battle passes around forever, so you can go back and do old stuff, that is so good, and I'm so glad that there are games that do that, because that's so nice. I don't ever have a fear of FOMO for Halo Infinite. Do I play it? No, but if in like 2 years time, for whatever reason, a friend says they want to play it with me, I'll load it up and I'll be happy that I can do all the old battle passes, because yes, you know? Especially, okay, rant number 20 more like, coming up, right? Battle passes, which you then pay for, you've paid for the right to have all that content, but they still expect you to grind all the content, and if you don't grind all the content because, I don't know, you have a life or something, you miss out on all the stuff you didn't get, even though you paid full price for it. Despite the fact that other people could have paid full price and gotten everything, or gotten nothing. You paid for it, so why are they able to then take it away from you? If you paid for it, you get to keep it. You bought it. That's what I think. You bought it. Why can't you just keep it? So dumb. So toxic. So manipulative. So actually horrible and disgusting. I feel like I'm just saying things we all already know inherently and agree with. Like, there's no... time to make our own MMORPG with ethics and morals. I mean, look, I'm just saying, Final Fantasy so far has been pretty good. Like, I think it has morals and ethics. Maybe. I haven't been feeling any FOMO for it. Everything's here to stay. Just, I don't know. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Yeah, they have a red panda. They have a red panda. I can show you it after this conversation. I'll show you. I'll show you, Scarlet. I'll show you. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where the Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask you to recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Okay. Minion guide. Red panda. Bam. It's called a lesser panda, but we all know he's the greater panda. There's some moments where you ask, did they really go there for sure, but they play his time. Yeah. Hushly, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well today. I don't know. I was given the panda by a friend, so I don't actually know how to get the panda. But wait, Scarlet. Not only is there a panda, but if you use the beckon emote on the panda, you cannot steal my panda. The panda is mine, and you will never get the panda. And even if you could steal the panda, I would not let you get the panda, because I do not pander to the propaganda. I don't know. That probably didn't even make any sense. Whatever, it rhymed. Anyway, he'll chill in my head now. It's very cute. I love it. Now, where am I going? That way? Oh, that's like so close. Now you need to buy Fantasia. It can be a Lala and have minions on your head instead of your shoulder. Yeah. If you're not a Lalafell, the small race, then they will sit on your shoulder, and it's still very cute and adorable. All you have so far is a fudging Moogle. How dare you talk trash about the Moogles? Moogles are great, okay? Listen here, Funky. Listen here. Where am I? Where's the mans? Also, is that a hunt target? Should I just kill the hunt target? I don't know how hunt targets work. Did I just phase to a closed door? So it's like in WoW, it will open when you get close enough to it, but like once it starts opening, it's considered opened. So the animation was playing, but it was already open. If that makes any sense at all. I did not need to use that. I needed to use my damage building thing. Do you know how Moogles pay at the store? Huh? What do you mean? Oh my god. Okay, so these boys are fudging tough as fudge. With coupons? Oh, it was a joke. I get it. Okay, so fun fact. Hunt targets are actually like super strong and stuff. Are they like world bosses? I'm guessing hunt targets are like world bosses. I did not realize this. I thought they were just like, oh, little dudes you can attack for big money. No, they're fudging. I need a whole party to fight these fudges. God dang. Help somebody of all the times to forget the restorative. Erg. Here, have this. Thank you, I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. But they're raid for sure. Gotcha. Yeah, I realized that when I did so little damage and took so much damage. So they're like world bosses. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. You haven't figured out the hostile icons? Yeah, like I see some of these icons and like regular looking enemies, so I don't get it either. I hear there's a lot more voice acting in later expansions, but in the very early expansions, there's like next to no voice acting. Like some important cutscenes will have voice acting, but like most of them, none. So expect a WoW level of voice acting. That is to say, no voice acting whatsoever. That is another one of my only other downsides with this game so far. You only played Dragonflight. I have not played Dragonflight. I started playing Dragonflight and then I just sort of got bored of WoW, so I stopped. So I couldn't actually tell you or like compare it to Dragonflight. Yeah, there's so much stuff to do outside of the main story. Crafting in this game, for example, Scarlet, there's an actual fudging system. Hold on, let me see if I can show an example of crafting. Can I dismount? There we go. Let me swap to like a crafter I've got. Actually, you know what? Let's do some fishing. Let's do some fudging fishing. I have no bait. Let's use a versatile lure. We'll just take one. We'll take one versatile lure. That's all we'll take. One versatile lure. And let's do some fishing. We're gonna use some patience and some of that, some chum, and then we're gonna fish. Fishing is probably a really bad example of there being more to do, but like you actually level up your like crafting classes as if they were like combat classes. So you get a bunch of abilities and stuff, and your abilities will like help you like catch fish better or like craft things better and stuff. I got a sea pickle and I leveled up. I'm a level 44 fisher now. I just realized I could have oh no, I probably couldn't have mooched. But yeah, as you level up all your crafting like levels and stuff. Oh, you can do every class yourself as well. Every profession, every class, everything. This game was made to be played on one character if you so choose. Fishing people get hooked really quick. There's a boat. Yeah, I know about the boat as well that goes on fishing trips. The only reason to make alts in this game would be if you wanted to like have different races for like different characters. Because like you can do everything on one class. Like I've played like 2 tanks, 2 healers, and like fudging 6 DPS at the moment. How many races are there? There's here the Elazin, the Lalafell, the Mikoti, the ARR. I know I've missed one in there. That's the base game ones. Then there's the Rothgar and the fudging rabbit people. Vieira. I've missed one. I've missed one fudging race and I can't remember what. The fudging Rogadon. There are 8. And yeah, you can. There is transmog. Transmog is absolutely a thing. 100% a thing. Yeah, I got there, Funky. I got there. And also the thing that makes it like... Oh, fudge. The other thing that makes it really good as well, Scarlet, is that all content is viable. Like, you're not sucked out of doing the early game dungeons and stuff because no one does the early game dungeons or whatever. Like, all the dungeons in a rotation, so you can literally do the early game dungeons with other people, like when you're playing through the game and the story, because it's... Even people at endgame will still do early game dungeons. There's player housing as well, and you actually own physical houses. So you can actually go and visit your friends' very real physical house that is very real in a plot in the world. Which is crazy. When you get a 90, you get a whole island? What? 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 I didn't know this. I'm only at 50. 54 if you include the summoner, but like, I don't. I mean, it's not that I don't include them, but like, I'm main story quest level 50, so. Island Sanctuary. Oh my god. I got a whole island. Oh my god. Can I not fly above this? Oh, I can. Oh my god. New speedrun strat unlocked. Rather than flying through the tunnels, just fly over the tunnels. Silly. Farm and factories catch animals and your minions can roam around. Oh my god. Are there limited time mounts? I don't believe so. But I don't know. Funky, Big Red Candle. Are there limited time mounts? I'm pretty sure nothing in this game, like collectible wise, is like time gated, but I don't know. You returned, thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? I have their corpses. Don't ask me how I carried them. I'm tiny, but I'm powerful. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. Late True, hello, wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. What's up? I dread to think they may have become of the two who... I dread to think what may have become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray they haven't suffered the same evil fate. Some few ones have been. I see. But most of them generally aren't, right? Like, they don't do, like, fudging WoW's amount of time-limited amounts. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The warhorns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. You've got a headache, you'll hurt? You have a headache, you'll lurk. I hope you feel better soon. Scarlet, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Go take care of yourself. You can buy it the next year. Oh, so like the mounts will like be a limited time during an event and then they'll go away, and then next year for the event you can like unlock the ones from previous year's events. That's pretty cool. So they'll like come in on rotation and stuff. I can understand that. I can get behind that. Increased spirit bond gain. Oh, that's actually pretty useful and I should probably be using them. Gotcha. That sounds okay. That sounds pretty good. I can appreciate fudging... What's the word? Rotation stuff. Yeah, that's not limited time. That's pretty good. I think that's sort of their point, Scarlet, is that it's not really limited time. Like, they'll like, things will still come back. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Calm down. Calm down, my dude. Minfilia, your skirt's phasing through your legs there, bud. Are you okay there? You okay there, Minfilia? Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? Savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their Thors have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Subsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. Ah, but we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Subsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. You may not be here to kill them all, but you might kill them all. My ears are still fudging hot. It's been like an hour. You had some food? Nice, Locke. What'd you eat? What was your breakfast? I hope you enjoyed it. This house is very well and no one is... Oh, you don't know this house very well and no one is up. So you're sort of just left alone like early in the morning in like a strange place. I get that. I get that. It do be like that sometimes. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the self-same moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. You've been there before, it's been 4 years. Oh, I see. Is it like a holiday home or something that you have? Or is it like a family member's place? I'm going to assume it's probably a family member's place. That probably makes so much more sense than a family, like than a holiday home. It could be a holiday home though. I don't know. But I get it. That makes sense. That makes sense. In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Mimili and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. It's your mum's college roommate's home. Oh, okay. That's cool. That makes sense then. I get it. Fair enough too. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Mimili. Yep. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! To Ye Attlebay. I guess it's Ote Attlebay. Ute? Ute Attlebay? You're here on every US trip just because it's the closest place you know the airport, easiest to crash it. I'm going to be honest, Locke. I saw the words crash and airport in the same sentence. I don't think I need to say more. When last did we fight side by side, Mimili? Too long ago, I worry, but come, let us away. When did we last fight side by side? Oh no. It's okay, more people die from shark attacks. Hell, more people die from coconuts each year than fudging plane crashes. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna double check that little factoid. Actually, what is a factoid? I'm gonna check what a factoid is. Define factoid. A factoid is an item of unreliable information that is reported and repeated so often it becomes accepted as fact. There we go. Okay, number of deaths to coconuts per year. Apparently, as of May 2002, 150 people worldwide. Okay, so it's not quite lower than the number of deaths by coconut, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close to the number of deaths by coconut. So when you think about it, it all cancels out or something. We're just gonna move right along, okay? We're not gonna acknowledge anything right now. Okay? Cool. My point is, everything is okay. Everything is okay. Fate joined. Fudge that fate. I want to be over here with the missions and the quests and the stuff and things. Okay, so I've got 2 doors to waltz up to. Sahagin have been alerted to my presence. I know. I did this on purpose. I was meant to alert them. That was the plan. You're laughing at the coconut logic from the kitchen. No, okay, but it's not actually that different, bro. Like, it's what? Per year, 150 people die to coconuts and about 350 by airplanes and plane crashes. So really, the numbers are pretty close when you think about all the people in the world and all the people who die in the world. Those are some really close numbers. So, your family thinks you've lost the plot laughing out loud with your headset on. You can't fault me. My logic is still flawless. It's just that I was wrong about the less deaths by planes than coconuts. But like, when the numbers are that low, coconut death is less scary. It'd have to be pretty fast. How do you die slowly from a coconut? You get into a coma for 7 months. That's how you die slowly from a coconut. Come on now, Funky. I thought it was obvious. But if you're in a coma, it wouldn't be painful. You don't know that. How many coma... I was going to say how many coma survivors have said it was not painful. Look. In summary, shut the fudge up, I made you laugh. But you're right, I guess a coma wouldn't be painful. Whoops. How many comas have you been in? Yeah, Funky, how many comas have you been in? I think I said comas. Fudge, I think I said conas, not comas. Oh, you're all laughing. Yeah, probably laughing at my fudging stupidity, and I don't blame you. So fudging stupid, oh my god. Every night? I mean, that's not a coma, though. I hate to break it to you, but sleep isn't a coma. I mean, not really. When you think about it, you can wake yourself out of sleep. You can't wake yourself out of a coma. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Also, I am getting absolutely destroyed over here by the fact that like 14 enemies just decided they wanted to rock up and say hi. When you have 6 kids and you can finally sleep, you're in a coma. Look, that sounds like a you problem. Why do you have 6 kids? I know we've had this conversation before. I know we have. I know we've had this conversation before. Why the fudge do you have 6 kids? Who does that to themselves? Who chooses that life? I know I said that the first time you told me you had 6 kids, and I'm still gonna say it again. What the fudge? Because they're so cool. Look, I can appreciate that you have an opinion. I do not appreciate what the opinion is. Yeah, okay, you're just saying that because they're yours. You fear a second smaller me running around? I don't fear it, I just... kids are... I don't like kids, man. I don't like kids. Most of the time when you know your kids, they are grown up, you needed someone to hang out with. Wait, when you know your kids, they are grown up. I see, right, I see. I get you. Still, absolutely not. No way. No way in hell. If I want people to hang out with, I make friends. I don't make friends. Cause I don't hang out with people. You don't like other people's kids. Yeah, and I've heard that line like thrown around a lot as well. It's like, oh, well, your own kids are different. My argument would be, how do I know they'd be different? If I hate everyone's kids, why would I want to risk also hating my own? Therefore, just don't have kids. Wait, are we not friends, AJ? No, Lay, I don't include you. Wait, no, that sounds even worse. What I meant was, the friends I do have, I appreciate and already hang out with them because I like them. Why would I need to make more friends when I already have the perfect amount of friends to hang out with as it is? Oh no, I'm in trouble. It's okay, Lay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Lay, I appreciate you. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Pray not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Do I what? Do I appreciate you? Fudge, yes. Fudge, yes, I do. Okay, real talk though. Real talk. All joking aside, I appreciate the friends I have a hell of a lot because I would not be here where I am in my life without them. They have helped me through thick and thin, through some of my worst moments, and have been here for some of my best moments. And that includes you, Late, okay? You have been there to fudging have fun with and chill on your streams, doing shining hunting, playing Hunt Showdown, so you can shut the fudge up about this not being appreciated nonsense, because it's not true. And that also goes for all of you in chat right now, hanging out with me right now, watching my stream, chilling, talking about Final Fantasy or holidays or not being appreciated and joking about me not having friends and therefore you guys not being friends. I appreciate all of you as well, okay? Now that that's out of the way, shut the fudge up, you're all idiots. Let's get on with the game. I forgot the coconuts. Yeah, talking about coconuts killing people. The Aetherite is close at hand. Let us press on. I need to take a drink of embarrassment. I feel like my face is so red. So, yeah, there's your super fudging, sappy, mushy talk for the night. Man, I've fudging ranted this stream. I've been mushy and yucky this stream. What next? What next? What haven't I done? You've been mushed.
And civilians both.
You have been mushed, Lay. Congratulations. Oh, what a shot!
Did I miss much?
Yes. Oh my god, is she in fudging... You love it here? I'm glad you love it here, Funky. I'm glad you love it here. Is she a ninja?
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans.
Do you really need to make a note of that?
But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Okay, Thancred. Yeah, I get that, Locke. Time zones suck, and with you going to, like, Canada and stuff, it'll be a pain, and I get it. But know that you're always welcome and appreciated. You'll never be able to reach Pika. It's okay, I'll tell Pika about you. I'll tell him about you so he can remember you, even though he's never met you and doesn't know who the fudge you are.
To the Aetherite.
Ainsley, hello, wee wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. What's up? I also realized what time it is. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to stream for. Because I've had a long day and I need to sleep at some point. I just also wanted to do a late stream to make up for the fact that I wasn't streaming. E. Oh, because you said Ainsley. I see. I see. Oh my god, is that a gun? Why did that sound like a gun?
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Oh, because it was Melvib. That's why it sounded like a gun. Because it was a gun. Is she going to do a really cool, like, pew sort of thing? She didn't cross her arms. That would have been, like, so cool if she just went, like, pew. Yeah, you know? Melly boob? What?
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Don't worry about it, Locke. Don't worry about it. Wait, did I miss something they were doing with the camera angle?
Long have you shriveled Sorwalker,
I missed it.
tormented our kind. But no more. Your time is at an end. You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs.
Oh. Okay, well, I wouldn't have realized anyway because I don't notice that sort of stuff. Whoops.
Lord of the world, hearken to our plea.
Oh no, they're summoning it.
Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
I'm not a look. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, you're all degenerates here. Okay, every last one of okay, not Locke, but the rest of you. Okay. Some of you are degenerates here. Final Fantasy's community. Oh Jesus. Okay. Okay. Here we are. We're back in the horny part of Final Fantasy. I get. Okay. Okay, chat. Calm down now. Calm down. You finished chapter 2 of Life is Strange Before the Storm? Nice. You have 50 million things going through your ear holes. Destiny do be like that. Destiny plus stream plus me do be like that.
Do you feel that?
Do we feel what? The primal being summoned? Is this Leviathan? Don't answer that. Oh, I think we're about to have another shared vision. Yep.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
Sorry, what?
What?
Oh no.
Such power! It is transcendent!
Oh, just shoots him. Oh no. The fudge is that? Don't tell me he fudging reincarnated.
7 hells.
What the fudge?
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. Oh, mighty Leviathan.
Strike down all his friends.
Of the seas, born of waters primordial. I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your
Oh, we're
faithful
fudged.
servants
If our enemies can, like, just reincarnate, we're stuffed.
I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Melvib, it's not gonna work. He reincarnates into the next person, he reincarnates into the next person. She's just gonna shoot them all. Look.
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Oh no. Oh, that's a big fish.
Heavens forfend.
That's a big fish.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. But it should by right be infinite.
Let me guess, it's not actually infinite, it's just there to feed the primal.
Am I not immortal? Curse you,
That primal's gonna go nom.
you promised me everlasting.
Everlasting om nom nom. Well.
Where did he go?
Well.
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates.
So I know what the next trial is.
Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost.
That was so
For a
quick.
mercy 'twould seem the primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage?
Unless we should have put our beds together in Minecraft. Unless that was so dumb. Yeah, tidal wave. Let's go with that. Tidal wave. This is where my brain goes at like fudging late at night. It makes dumb references to dumb memes and jokes and stuff. Bugs can get the fudge out of here. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated, yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? With great power comes great... what rings do I have? I have the one of slaying and the one of casting, but I don't have one of healing. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure, but Limlaen herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Wall in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and match wood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Oh, I can't jump on the Aetheryte. Sads. Okay, we're probably going to do this cutscene and then call it a stream because I am getting a little tired. It's getting a little late, and I will be back tomorrow for a proper stream of lengthy proportions. Lengthy proportions? Normal proportions. I don't fudging know what I'm saying. Don't worry about it.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called.
I am saying I appreciate how a lot more cutscenes are being voiced already. Yeah, lengthily normal. Exactly, Locke. Normally lengthy. Lengthily normal.
Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Oh, was that the area like north on the map? Like west of Aleport? Where we just were?
Aye. The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations.
Lovely. Good to know.
If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it?
With greatness. With greatness.
The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
So what, we're going to use a fudging airship?
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells. Is there no way that we might strike back?
The only thing I can think of is an airship.
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Yes, Einzar Slaffersen. If I've even pronounced that
freely, Marshal.
correctly.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe.
I'm sorry, do you mean to drain the ocean?
This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told.
Oh my god, we're gonna drain the ocean.
If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent
We're not draining the
Leviathan
ocean.
from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Okay, but like sea serpents are still dangerous.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
This is true.
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another.
I mean, yeah, but like, do we have any choice, really? No.
In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder.
Why would you do that instead of just having two separate ships?
By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Like, why do they need to be stuck together? That seems like a huge, inefficient strategy. Just like, why not just have two separate ships? Like,
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
plot twist, the Marshal is Mistbeard.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these
I'm calling it,
matters,
he's Mistbeard.
the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan.
His beard is white. What else is white? Mist. Mist, beard, Mistbeard. Ladies and gentlemen, I've cracked the case. I've done it.
This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
I beat the game. I've nailed it. He is Mistbeard. I have outed him successfully. He has refused any attempt to answer questions or give comment. He's Mistbeard. Roll the second credits. I'm just saying. But also, I love the fact that like they need ramming speed, so they need something to tow them. So they're gonna have a towing ship in front, behind the two stuck together ships. That's gonna like tow them along, and then just like release them and go out of the way for them to ram. I don't know. That sounds really convoluted. Why can't you just use two individual ships? I don't know, man. I don't know, Mistbeard. Your plan seems kind of sus.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
He's volunteering himself because he's the one who did it before, so he knows how to do it because he's Mistbeard. I'm calling it right fudging now, chat. If he reveals himself next stream to be fudging Mistbeard, I want you all to know that I'm freaking cool. And you better know it. What a chat, 100%.
Dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait.
But the repairs are my job. They can't wait. I gotta repair them.
Command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
Suspicious glancing. That's our character going, I know who you are.
Matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsolo Minsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior.
Just giving him his look as he walks out, just like, Mistbeard. I know I said at the end of the cutscene, but like we're still in this room. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they have walked among us in days of yore, but I confess I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come face to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans feared them so. Sir? What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best to be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. That was quick. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and the parlor crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? She really put it bluntly there, huh? If his testimony could yield us any amount of advantage, should we not hear it? The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report and the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Meanwhile, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosia. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. That is a next stream problem. Because for now, I'm gonna fudging skedaddle. Actually, you know what? I won't skedaddle, because I need to do my leveling dungeon for the day. You know what that means, chat? You know what that means? We're doing one dungeon before we end off the stream. We're doing a dungeon before we end the stream, chat. Consider yourselves lucky. Or don't consider yourselves lucky. I don't know. I'm not the boss of you. I love this one. I don't know what it is about Hawk Manor. I like it, okay? Oh my god. 3 Lullafels? You're making toast as usual. It's lunchtime? Nice, nice, nice. We're not going in here to get the key, friends. What are you having on your toast? Oh, I think I just went back. I went back into the fudging thing. My god. I am Butterful. It's 1:16, you haven't had lunch yet? You'll make it once stream is over. Well, good news. Stream will be over after this dungeon, and then you can make yourself some lunch. I actually have no idea which, like, keys are actually needed, so I just grab anyone that are in my path. Because as much as I love this dungeon, I don't actually know it very well. I said, use my attack. What the hell? Yeah, also this fudging dude's gonna show up. Wait, you, attack me. Mana Sentry? More like mana dead to me, cause you're about to be dead. I know, I'm funny and creative and unique. Why are they going this way? I'm so confused. It's this way. It's this way, friends. I love how everyone just jumps off the edge here. Like, I try not to because my health, though. That was the wrong ability. It's fine. Oh shoot, the fly stopped having aggro on me. Stopped having aggro on me? That doesn't make sense. Oh my god, which one of these enemies is going to go down first? It's a race. Which one dies? Your game just crashed? Oh no, Ainsley. Which game? Destiny? I can't remember. I think you said you were playing Destiny. Why'd it crash? That's the worst. Random crashes make me cry. Destiny, yeah. That sucks. And Destiny's like one of those games that takes ages to load, doesn't it? You saved? Nice, nice. Good, good, good. Oh, Fudge, when did she get here? Not that it matters because she is dead now. No, 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 don't. Oh, they were about to go over the edge there. Oh, I missed one. And I used the wrong freaking attack because I'm so smart. Oh my god, we're focusing on two bosses, guys. Please, let's focus on one boss. Oh, I think he was stunned. Yeah, he was. Let's go, stun strats. The sealed barrier is broken. There he goes, into the boss room. It's boss time, friends. It's boss time. You did it on hard mode yesterday and you can't remember ever doing it before? I mean, maybe you didn't. Maybe you hadn't done it before in hard mode. It's possible it was your first time, right? Whoops. Pulling the aggro would be nice, wouldn't it? We're all gonna be seduced by her. Oh no! The Ugandan Special Forces got petrified! No, but you didn't get an achievement when you're into it? You must have done it then, yeah. That's the only possible explanation, right? Is that you had done it before. I do like how the normal dungeon achievement for like getting through all the area is like mapping the realm, but then when you do the hard mode, it's remapping the realm. I like that. I think that's funny. Well, maybe not funny, but like it's I don't know. I like it. It's fun. Ooh, they look nice, but they suck. It is a very nice touch. Like, there's no reason for it. I just think it's neat. I just think it's neat. Really quickly though. Yeah, exactly. It's the tiny things, the things that don't matter, but at the same time are sort of cool. I agree. We're gonna go to my inn. My little inn. Okay, I'm already wearing the best stuff for warrior. Oh, I should have done paladin to level up my paladin. What was I thinking? I was not thinking is the answer there. I was not thinking at all. What I'm gonna do. Where's my inn? Where's the inn? Innkeep. Hi, innkeep. We're gonna go to my inn room. I'm gonna dump stuff on my retainers. You're gonna see my absolutely horrendous retainer inventory, which I don't even want to talk about. It's horrendous, and that's all we have to say on the matter. That's reagent. Where are my fish? Oh shoot, my fish is full. Oh shoot, I gotta make a new page for fish. I've got ingredient. And I have bone and leather. That goes to my other retainer, whose inventory isn't as trash. You have 9, you don't judge. Look. I can't afford to have multiple retainers because that costs money. It is what it is. I will grab 1 glamour prism. That's already in my glamour dresser. Okay, cool. In that case, this is eventually going to go to the, I say eventually. It's going to go straight to the fudging... the fudging Grand Company. Next time, tomorrow. You have every little bug wing that's ever dropped somewhere. Literally, like my fudging... Where is he? Where is she, I should say. Every single ingredient that I've crafted / picked up, every single fish I've fished, more ingredients, more fish, and every reagent I've picked up. This is horrible inventory management. Absolutely disgusting, despicable inventory management. That, like, will I ever need all of these ingredients? No. When am I going to use cooking sherry? Whoops. Like, when am I going to use it? Basically never. You have to throw the fish away? Yeah, like, what am I going to use the fish for? They have so many fish in this game. It's just like, weak silencing potion. I'm never once, ever going to craft any weak silencing potion. Like, ever. This isn't even used for anything. It's desynthesizable. How do I desynthesize? How do I desynthesize? Right click. How does one desynthesize? Is it a general? Decipher? Do I just not know how to desynth? Have I not unlocked desynth? It's the quest you go pick up when you get the material and repair quests. I've just not learned how to desynth yet. Oh dear. So is it near, Mutamix? Where is Mutamix? Mutamix is in... Is Minimix in the Black Shroud? No. No, he's in fudging Thanalan. Right. Where the fudge is Minimix? Here. No. Maybe it's level locked. I don't even remember where the fudge Minimix is. Here he is. There's Minimix. I'll go check that out later. For now, though, for now. It'd be nighttime for this little Lalafell. And by extension, me. I gotta go to fudging bed because I am tired. Level 30 is available for Carpenter, Blacksmith, Armorer, Goldsmith, Leatherworker, Weaver, Alchemist, Culinarian. Oh, I haven't done my level 30 quests. I should do my level 30 quests. Crafting quests. That would be really smart, wouldn't it? That would be a fantastic idea, AJ. Wow, who thought of that one? Couldn't have possibly been me or Funky. Oh my god, we have no one to raid. You can do synth gear for mats. See, that sounds really good. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We're gonna see if there's anyone playing Final Fantasy who I can give a raid to. But also, I am scared of raiding new people. I also don't want to raid anyone who's like further ahead in the story than I am. That's the issue. Like everyone who's playing now is playing like the patch content or is like further ahead in the story. So I don't want to necessarily like raid them because I won't be able to stay because spoilers. Everyone's doing new stuff. Okay, you know what? No raid today. No raid today. I'll have to have a gander, a little look at Final Fantasy people who stream at some other point. Who's doing Palace of the Dead? I don't. Which is Palace of the. Hold on. Hold your horses, friends. I don't know who this Bio-Trex person is. But also Palace of the Dead. Oh, fudge, Palace of the Dead, duh. I'm like, what's Palace of the Dead? It's the fudging. I know what that is. That's dumb. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go say hi to Bio-Trex. We're gonna. Yeah. I found them. We good. We're gonna go say hi to Bio-Trex. I do not know this man's, but you know what? That's okay because we're gonna give him a raid and see what he's about because, why the fudge not? I guess. So let's go say hi to them. I hope I got the right fudging. Yes, that is them. Awesome. We're going to say hi to them. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. It's been a pleasure streaming for you all as per usual. I will be back at the normal time tomorrow, which is fudging 6 o'clock my time, Australian Eastern, which is in 12, carry the 1, that's 24, 20 hours from now? 19 hours and 30 minutes? I don't fudging know. Thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your night, day, time zone, whatever you are, wherever you live, and I'll catch you all in another time zone. Take care, have fun, goodbye, and don't die, or I will cry just like I did when I hit my microphone. Goodbye, friends.